Let's start with this.
Hey, dog, you get some ice cream? Only a spoonful.
Is this funny? If you said yes, you're like most people. The bit of a comically large object in comedy dates back centuries. It's just so funny to see a disproportionately large object contrasted against a normal person or thing. But why is this? To answer this, we have to go back. Go back a long time, back to Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was revolutionary in many ways. Despite being deaf, he wrote some of the most famous plays that are still admired today. He was also quite the comedian, integrating oversized violins, cutlery, and swords into his plays. This was the beginning of a comedic theme which has maintained relevance throughout generations. Shakespeare happened to inspire one of the most famous show writers and directors in the modern era, Vince Gilligan. Vince Gilligan has said that the original idea for Breaking Bad was actually a reimagining of Hamlet. Now, what is Breaking Bad? Breaking Bad is an American crime drama television series created by writer and producer Vince Gilligan. It aired 2008 to 2013 on American Movie Classics, also known as AMC cable network. The title is a colloquial expression from the South, meaning to raise hell. The show was a popular and critical success and a breakout series for many of its cast members, in particular its lead actor Bryan Cranston. Set in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Breaking Bad is the story of a mild-mannered high school chemistry teacher named Walter White, played by Cranston, who discovers that he has an inoperable lung cancer. Desperate to provide his pregnant wife, Skyler, played by Anna Gunn, and teenager son, Walter Jr., played by R.J. Mitty, with financial security before his death, White partners with his never-to-do-well former student, Jesse Pinkman, played by Aaron Paul, to make and sell methamphetamine. Their laboratory is a used recreational vehicle parked in the desert. Their product is exceptionally pure and atypically colored blue, unlike any form of crystal meth anyone has ever tried before or ever seen. It becomes in high demand all over the Southwest and beyond. As Walter White becomes more involved in the illegal drug trade, he adopts an alter ego named Heisenberg, who embodies his darker side. White's meth-making business requires him to outsmart his brother-in-law, Hank Schrader, played by Dean Norris, an agent with the Drug Enforcement Administration, as well as local crime boss Gus Fring, played by Giancarlo Esposito, and Mexican drug cartel leader Hector, also known as Tio Salamanca, played by Mark Magolis. The series also follows the strained place on White's marriage and his relationship with his son by his illicit business and changing personality. Jesse's budding relationship with a young woman named Jane, played by Kristen Ritter, ushers in a chain reaction of tragic events in the show's second season. Other characters include the shady lawyer Saul Goodman, played by Bob Odenkirk, the hitman and crime scene cleaner Mike Ehrmantraut, played by Jonathan Banks, and the disturbingly polite sociopath Todd Alquist, played by Jesse Plemons. Prior to Breaking Bad, Gilligan served as the writer and producer on the science fiction series The X-Files, which aired from 1993 to 2018. For his new show, Gilligan wanted to chronicle the gradual transformation of a harmless man into a dangerous criminal. In his words, to turn Mr. Chips into Scarface. Mr. Chips is the name of a kindly school teacher from the 1934 novel Goodbye. Mr. Chips by James Hilton. Scarface can refer to either real-life Chicago gangster Al Capone or the fictional gangster of Joey Montana, played by Al Pacino in Brian De Palma's 1983 film Scarface. Gilligan wrote the series plot and successfully pitched it to Sony Pictures Television, which sold the show to AMC. From its debut season, the show impressed critics. Cranston, known as a comedic actor in sitcoms such as Seinfeld, which aired from 1989 to 1998, and Malcolm in the Middle, which aired from 2000 to 2006, brought an unrelenting intensity to his new role. But the first season's viewership suffered from poor timing. The Writers Guild of America began a strike in November 2007 during the show's production, so that only 7 of 9 planned episodes could be made. Then, when the series premiered on January 20th, 2008, The National Football Conference Championships game airing that same night ran into overtime, cutting into the show's time slot. Breaking Bad consequently failed to draw the audience that AMC had hoped, with the season finale netting a paltry 1.5 million viewers. Gilligan later deemed that the rough start was a blessing in disguise. The hiatus caused by the strike allowed Gilligan and his writers to reconsider the pacing of Walter White's character arc, which they came to realize was moving too quickly. The course correction helped steer the series through a second season and 3 more after, all of which received universal acclaim from critics. Gilligan had also originally planned to kill off Jesse Pinkman in the first season, but the chemistry between Cranston and Paul gave him second thoughts, preventing him from eliminating the character who became the heart of the series for many fans. The show received 58 Emmy nominations during its run, winning 16 awards. Among its wins were 4 Emmys for Outstanding Lead Actor for Cranston, 3 for Outstanding Supporting Actor for Paul, and 2 for Outstanding Supporting Actress for Gunn. The show won twice, in 2013 and 2014, for Outstanding Drama Series and received 4 awards for Single Camera Picture Editing and 1 for Writing. Banks, Esposito, and Margolis also received nominations for their performances as supporting characters. Breaking Bad was the first cable television show to benefit from the so-called Netflix effect. In 2011, AMC signed an agreement with Netflix to include Breaking Bad on the latter's streaming service. Viewers began to binge watch the show previous seasons on Netflix, and then tuning in for new episodes of the 4th season on AMC. By the time the final season debuted in 2012, its audience had more than doubled. The series finale aired on September 29, 2013, and was watched by more than 10 million people. After the show ended, Gilligan produced 2 spin-offs. The movie sequel, El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie in 2019, centering on Jesse Pinkman, and the prequel series, Better Call Saul, that aired from 2015 to 2022, featuring fan favorite Saul Goodman. So where does Breaking Bad fit into this puzzle? Considering Shakespeare's significant influence on the series, Gilligan included many references to comically large items. For starters, the comically large meth lab. Gus Fring, a man with a comically large illegal business, provides Walt and Jesse with a comically large meth lab. Furthermore, Gilligan upped the ante in later seasons with a comically large pile of money contained within a comically large storage container. This contrast between large and small is vital in the bit landing effectively. Gilligan even includes far more obtuse examples of this with Huel, a comically large black guy. Then there are other things which Gilligan included which are worth mentioning. Comically large explosions, comically large coffee machines, and a comically large hole. That is to say, Vince Gilligan knew exactly what he was doing. So the question is why? Why are comically large things so funny? Well, to answer that, it's important to note that when things are odd, but still resemble normalcy, to a degree, they're humorous because of the contrast between reality and fiction. That is to say, comically large objects are humorous because they're bigger than normal. Thank you for watching my video. If you want to support me, please subscribe, click the notification bell, share with your friends, subscribe to my Patreon, buy me stuff on my Amazon wishlist, send me money on Ko-Fi, send me money, and click the like button.